Hello and welcome to my true crime channel. I hope you're all well. Today I'm going to be talking about Britney Spears and whether she's being abused and held against her own will. Now, I'm sure all of you out there are aware of who Britney Spears is. If you haven't, where have you been? Have you been living under a rock? She's one of the most famous pop stars in the world, and she's someone that I've followed since the start of her career. I think she's a genuinely nice girl, and I really don't like the way that she is being treated. Now, Britney Spears has been under a conservatorship of her father, Jamie Spears. And basically, what that means is Britney has no access to her own money. She can't make her own decisions. She can't be on social media or a mobile phone without being supervised. I mean, the woman is nearly 40 years old. She's not a child. Her breakdown was a number of years ago. Give the woman a break and let the woman spend her own damn money. That's just my opinion, guys. So poor Britney, I feel so sorry for the woman. She's such a beautiful, talented woman, and she can't just live her life. She can't just be who she wants to be, see who she wants to see, and do what she wants to do when she wants to do it. It all has to be dictated by her father, which I find really sinister. Surely you'd want your daughter to get over all of her mental problems from previous decades, move on with her life, and have access to her own money that she has earned from hard work. You'd think, wouldn't you? Is it just me? Maybe I'm just mad. So, for you guys, I just want to read out what a conservatorship means. Apparently, it is a form of legal guardianship. It grants a chosen individual full authority over another person's life and assets. The conservator typically holds the same rights and responsibilities as a parent would over a child. Now, Jamie Spears is Britney's dad, but hello, the woman's nearly 40 years old. She's not a child anymore. She hasn't had a mental breakdown for a long time, although she could be on the cusp of one at the moment, which wouldn't be surprising with all of this going on. You know, he makes me sick. He really does. Sorry, I'm getting stressed. So anyway, the last part is it typically is enacted for individuals who are incapable of making their own decisions. Okay, fine. Well, Britney was incapable of making her own decisions when she shaved off her hair, tried to attack a paparazzi with an umbrella, and generally had a meltdown in front of the whole world. That must have been awful for her. I cannot imagine as a woman what it was like to have her children taken away from her. And I think the minute the children are taken away, that's when the downward spiral just spirals more and her life goes out of control. So basically, I'd like to run through things that Britney can't do. Basically everything. She can't spend her own money. She can't be on social media without being viewed or chaperoned. She can't leave the house without someone being with her. She cannot live freely as an adult woman without being supervised. Now, she has a boyfriend that she's been with about 5 years. I'm not too sure what I think about him. He might be nice for her, he might not. But a lot of people out there think that him and Jamie Spears, Britney's dad, are working together behind the scenes and that Britney's boyfriend is just using her in order to try and make some money out of her. I don't really find that to be true. Why would the guy hang around for 5 years? All right, it is a number of millions. It's a lot of money that she's worth. But would he really do that? I personally think he loves her and he wants to be with her and that's a load of old hooey. And hopefully it's BS and not true. But Jamie Spears, Britney's dad, really does give me the creeps. And I personally think he's just out to get his daughter's money, which, if true, is shocking. Now, in the last year, there have been a few documentaries made about Britney and her mental health problems and her breakdown that was documented when she shaved the hair and went a bit off the rails, shall we say, a number of years ago. Since then, she's pulled it back. She's had other tours. She's made more music. She's still a successful artist. But I've been looking into her now, and her Instagram is quite strange. Her Instagram doesn't appear to be run by her, and if it is, some weird stuff is on there. In a lot of the videos that she makes, she doesn't look all there. Her eyes look a bit like that. She looks dead behind the eyes. She looks anxious. She looks stressed. There's a couple of videos, the more recent ones, where she's swaying like that. Noticeably swaying constantly. Almost on the level of Chris Watts. Now, that doesn't mean I'm saying that Britney Spears has committed a crime. I'm not. But she's clearly anxious and stressed like Chris Watts was when he was swaying in the interview with the media after he'd murdered his wife and children. But Britney probably doesn't want to be making these videos. Is that why she's shaking? Is someone making her make the videos? Now, there's one on her, I think it's her TikTok and her Instagram, where she's working out with her boyfriend, and she looks really sad and upset and doesn't like she doesn't want to be doing it like this. And apparently he can be seen mouthing smile if you look at the mirror opposite them, and then she suddenly, like a robot, starts smiling, and it's really sinister to watch. I do feel like a lot of the videos on her Instagram she hasn't wanted to make, but pressure is being put on her to make them. And if that's true, that's really sad. You know, you won't let the woman have her money, you won't let the woman have her freedom, but yet you'll push her to do work she potentially doesn't want to do. So what, her dad can make more money? Really? Something that Britney Spears often mentions on her Instagram, and that's the word red. Now, I personally think she likes the colour red. She really looks good in red. A lot of women do look good in red. It's a power colour. It's a colour that is noticed. Could it just be that she likes the word red? But if you look on her posts on Instagram, it's mentioned a lot, and a lot of her fans get worried when she mentions it. So that's sort of a bit of a red flag with this red being mentioned all the time. Apparently, where she's doing the weird dancing posts, people don't think she wanted to put them on there, that she's being filmed secretly sort of dancing in front of a mirror. If that's true, that's well out of order. You don't film someone without their knowledge and put it on the internet. You just don't do that. That's nasty. You know, I mean, something else to say, her dad quotes in the Conservatorship from quite some time ago that she had early onset Alzheimer's. Really? Early onset Alzheimer's, but yet she can do choreography, she can remember the lyrics of songs, she can go on TV shows and give interviews, sound very coherent. Really? She's losing her marbles, is she? I think that is a big lie, a big fat lie from Jamie Spears, her dad, to try and get her money. She's not losing her mind. The only reason she looks like she's losing her mind now is because of all the pressure that her family have put on her, not being able to live her life. Losing the custody of her children as a woman must have been horrific for her. All the slurs in the press, you know, going back all the way back to when she split up with Justin Timberlake, people laughing at her. I think she was on a show with, is it Diane Sawyer, and she almost laughs at the poor woman. You know, leave Britney alone. Let Britney live her life. Let her spend her money. Let her do her thing. Let her be her own person. And Jamie Spears should be thrown in prison for nicking her money. I'd like to know just how much of her own money he's made. And I hear on the grapevine, and this is disgusting, that he gets at least $100,000 a year to live off from Britney's money. What has he done to earn that? Has he sung a song or done a dance routine? Has he done a world tour? Has he worked hard writing an album? No. No, he hasn't. Now, something to note is, I don't know if you all know, but Britney Spears sings with a voice that isn't really her own. Often when she spoke in the early years of her career, she spoke with quite a baby voice, and, you know, to try and make her sound more childlike because it was appealing. But apparently she doesn't sing like that. She tried to bring out an album of her own voice, not the high-pitched girly voice that was a fake persona, apparently. So don't come for me, this is just what I've read, apparently. She wanted to bring out an album, the artwork was done, it was recorded, and her dad and her management put their foot down and said, no, Britney, you can't bring out the music that you want to bring out as an artist. You'll bring out what we want you to bring out, with your fake singing voice that makes you sound like a little girl. No, no, no. You can't bring out that album. Within a year of that happening, she has the meltdown, she shaves her hair, and she tries to hit the paparazzi with the umbrella. Now, maybe if they'd let her release her own music, the music that she liked, the music in her own tone of voice that she didn't, you know, that was her own voice, that wasn't a faked voice, why didn't they just let her do that? It could have been some of the best music out there. I would have loved to have heard it. You know, personally, I would like to know what her real singing voice sounds like. I think we all would. It might be better than the one that we know from her hits, Toxic and Hit Me Baby One More Time and all of that. Why not let the own woman be creative and do what she wanted to do? It's seriously no wonder that the poor woman had a meltdown. So I'm just looking at some information here about the conservatorship. It was put in by her father in 2008 after she had the public meltdowns. Now, in November in 2020, last year, a court rejected an attempt by Britney to have her father removed as the conservator of her estate. I mean, why? By last November, Britney was looking a lot better. Admittedly, at the moment, she does look a bit anxious and stressed. So I hope she's not, got depression, or people think she might have bipolar. If she has got bipolar, I hope she's on the right medication and that helps her get on the road to recovery. But what is it with her dad? Why can't he just give up the helm? He clearly loves having all the millions sitting in his bank account, or with him having the key to the lock to the account. Why not let Britney have her own money? Even if she shouldn't be allowed to initially have all of it, because it's about $170 million, I think, or 160 something million. Maybe let her have it in dribs and drabs, but at least let her do what she wants in life. Let her leave the house on her own. Let her put a post on Instagram without being supervised by some, bouncer or security person. Really let Britney live her life. Come on. So a couple of other things to note from Britney here about the conservatorship. Britney has not spoken publicly about it, but during the November 2020 hearing, her lawyer spoke on her behalf. Samuel Ingham, who is Britney's lawyer, said that she would not perform so long as her dad remained in the role of conservatorship, i.e. no tours, no songs, no nothing. During the hearing, he said Britney and her father have no viable working relationship and have not spoken for a long while. On April 27th this year, Britney's court-appointed lawyer in the conservatorship said that Britney will address the courts regarding her case on June the 23rd this year. So, we're in May at the moment. It's May the 13th today. In about 6 weeks' time, this is going to be addressed again. And I really hope when it is addressed, Britney gets her assets back. She gets her money. She gets to see her children more, perhaps, if she doesn't already. And the woman gets to live her life. For God's sake, she's nearly 40 years old. She's not 4. She's nearly 40. Not 4. So in the last year, like I said, there's been quite a lot of documentaries, and there's been a hashtag Free Britney movement, which I think is fantastic. I've loved hearing about it. Apparently, her dad, Jamie, isn't very happy about the hashtag Free Britney movement. And in August last year, he said that the hashtag Free Britney movement is a joke. Well, of course it's a joke, because you're worried that you might not have your daughter's money anymore. Really? He told the world that all these conspiracy theorists don't know anything. The world don't have a clue. It's up to the Court of California to decide what's best for my daughter. It's no one else's business. He also denied taking money from Britney's estate. I have to report every nickel and dime spent to the court every year, he told. How the hell would I steal something? Really? I mean, come on. Britney clearly hasn't got an accountant letting her know how much is coming in and out. She clearly, I'm guessing, doesn't have access to her accounts to know what she makes off of song royalties, other products that she's endorsed like perfumes over the years. She clearly has an income stream without touring or bringing out any new music. Where's that money going? Does she know how much money it is? Is her dad being upfront with her? And to be honest, I think he's been stealing from her. I really do. I mean, this wasn't intended to be a statement analysis video where I start analysing the words of Jamie Spears, but because I love statement analysis and it's one of my favourite things to do in life, I can't help it. So I'm going to have to. Sorry, guys. It's this bit. It's up to the Court of California to decide what's best for my daughter. It's no one else's business. Isn't it up to your daughter to decide what's best for your daughter? As in, isn't it up to Britney Spears to decide what's best for her as a nearly 40-year-old woman? No. Or if it wasn't up to her, isn't it best for you to decide as her father? No. Apparently it's up to the Court of California. We'll just pass the buck to the court. Let them deal with it. Really, Jamie Spears? Come on. Give your daughter a break. Let your daughter live her life. Come on. Hashtag Free Britney. So anyway, guys, this is just a quick video today on Britney Spears and the fact, that I hope Britney Spears gets her life back. I hope that later this year she can get her assets back. This conservatorship with her dad is gotten rid of. Maybe a court can finally look at the woman and think, God, let her live her life. She's nearly 40 years old. She's a grown woman with 2 grown-up children. Her sons aren't little boys anymore. They're teenagers. Let her see them more often. Let her make her own decisions. Let her go up the bloody shop on her own without having a bouncer or a security guard follow her. Let her live her life. Let her make a social media post without having to have someone check it's okay. I can't imagine living under the stress that Britney lives under now. Okay, she's got a lovely mansion and some money, I imagine, but She hasn't got her freedom. And after coronavirus taking away all of our freedoms for the last year, we can kind of understand where that's coming from, how that feels for Britney to not have her freedom. But we're getting our freedom back now, and poor Britney isn't getting hers. No, she's still in a prison at home. She's not allowed out without someone going out without her. I mean, for God's sake, give the woman a break. Free Britney Spears. Hashtag free Britney. Jamie Spears, you're horrible. I don't like you, and I don't think you should have access to your daughter's money. Piss off. Give your daughter back her assets, and just go away. That's what the world wants. That's what the world wants. You to be fair to your daughter. So anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed today's video. I know it's not really true crime, but I do feel that Britney Spears is being abused and held against her own will. So in my opinion, that is true crime. So this comes under the genre of my channel. I may look into Jamie Spears a bit more. If I can find statements given by her father, I'd like to analyse them, because from the short one that I've just read, I detect deception. I think he's a liar. I think he's someone that uses his daughter. He's probably narcissistic, and he probably thinks that he's entitled to her money, which, if true, is shocking. So I may look into her father in the future, but for now, I hope you've enjoyed today's video about Britney. I really hope she's not being abused. I really hope she's not being held against her will, but it would appear that she is, which is shocking. And if this is true, police in America, if you can ever hear my video, or people of America, ring the police. Do what you can, because little me here in England probably can't do a lot, but I want Britney to be freed. Hashtag free Britney, and let's make 2021 the year of Britney Spears getting her life back. So anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate the support. If you know anyone that likes true crime, pass them in my direction. I cover unsolved and solved cases. I also do statement analysis and body language assessments on people, generally true crime, but also some celebrities as well, and some members of the royal family. Anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Take care and stay safe, and I'll be back very soon with more true crime videos. Bye for now.